Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your July 2019 general read. I'm Jade with yesYesYes. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back. If you have subscribed, thank you so much for all of your likes and your shares too, and all that feedback. I love the comments, so keep them coming, everybody. I love hearing how these readings resonate for you. Hit that thumbs up button if you like the reading or my style. It helps my channel out so very much. So let me explain what's going on. If you're new here for the general reads, it starts with the cards that I chose from the 2019 overall, which a link to that reading is in the box below, as well as my website information and email should be there as well. My website's in the process of being migrated, so it's a little, it's down at the moment, which is yesYesYes.life. That's right. I had to think about it. But my email is yesYesYes.life.now@gmail. If you're interested in a read, you can just send me an email. So I'm going to talk about this, and then we'll do a Celtic cross spread with the Rider-Waite. So let's get started for you, Sag. You have the Mystical Shaman card for your overall this year. This means that you are mastering something this whole year. You are the ones that everyone is seeking out advice from. So you may have moments where you feel like things are crazy. You are not the leader. You're not able to be clear on things, even though people are coming at you and asking for help. But the truth is that it's deep within you, and that people are asking you for help because you're going through that same problem or same issue that you need to face, and being able to call it out for someone else helps you to call it out for yourself, okay? So do not run from your leadership role, Sagittarians. You have a lot going on, and you're doing it and kind of living as a leader through what's being learned. So for this month, you have the Ace of Wands. This is a fiery energy. It's like an entrepreneur energy where you just kind of go out and do things on your own, no matter what other people want or think or feel about it. Just keep in mind that you may alienate or isolate yourself by doing so, because it's a single solitary card. You can be really successful, but at what price? So just remember that it is like a new passionate something that you're forging forward. It could be at work, it could be a relationship. So, you know, if it's with someone else, you two together will form a tight bond, but you may lose some friends or connections with others as you do so. It's clarified by the stars. So that's why I was talking about making sure that you're not burning yourself out, because this is a lot of hot energy, Sag. So this is some new project, some new way of going about things, but you've got a lot of energy, a lot of blessings to make it happen, to bring it to fruition. But the thing about stars is that they have only so much energy and then they die. Okay, just like people. But keep in mind that you want to temper yourself. That's your card, the Temperance card. So make sure you're tempering your energy so that you can maintain whatever this new project is for a longer period of time, okay? So I have pre-shuffled the cards, but what I'm doing this time is I'm actually allowing the cards to choose me. Look at that, Ace of Cups popping out. So there could be a new emotional beginning starting up with you all, or with that Ace of Wands energy, but we'll see. I'm gonna let the cards choose me this time around. It's a little crazy. I had some flip out even before I turned the camera on. So you have a lot to say, Sag, so let's see. So what I'm looking for right now, and you can fast forward if you don't want to hear me, but I'm gonna keep talking. I'm choosing 10 cards here, and I'm choosing it based on the weight of my hand. That's how I choose. Some people hear stop or this card or choose me, or whatever. You may do that yourself, but I am a kinesthetic person. So a lot of the things that I learn by doing, and I learn by feeling. I also can see when cards illuminate, but right now I'm doing this with my eyes closed while I'm talking with you, Sag. So big, crazy month we've got ahead of us here. I'm filming this on the day of the solar eclipse, and there's a lot of energy out there in the world. So I think this will be a really interesting spread. Karmic words, karmic connections are coming up, but also karmic lessons are coming up. And this could be reflective of where you were 18 years ago, also from 1 year ago and 6 months ago. It was something that started 6 months ago, a cycle that ended 1 year ago, and then there's a bit of a strange revisiting of something from 18 years ago, okay? And 7 cards, 3 more to go. I'll just kind of give you the examples that I was dating someone 18 years ago. We ended things amicably, and just last week his fiance, I just ran into her, and it was kind of like I was passing the torch. So I didn't know that I had any connections or any type of emotional string still tied to him, because you know, it's been years, we ended things well, but it was something for me to sew up because I did become emotional about it. I was like passing that torch along to his fiance so that they would get married cleanly and clearly with blessings. So it was just an interesting revisiting of that. So there might be that for you, not necessarily that situation, but think about where you were 18 years ago, and perhaps some of those energies can come back. There's the Moon card, and I only chose that because it was a little loose. It kind of wanted to come out. So we're in this phase right now. This is Pisces, but I also see it as a Cancer card because they're ruled by the Moon. We're in Cancer season. It's a solar eclipse, which is a new moon today. So specifically today, what intentions are you setting? What goals are you setting? What do you really truly want? Because today is the day to wish it forward. Whenever you're seeing this, of course, but that's, you know, today is the day that I'm doing this reading for you. So wishing it, bringing it into fruition, and then see where you're at in 2 weeks, where the full moon kind of shows us the truth of situations or the truth of how things are, right? We're getting past secrecy or anything that has been hidden. Okay, so if you're in the middle of a thing, give it a couple of weeks, okay? This is not the time to dig in. This is the time to start something new or to relax and allow it to reveal itself, all right? Okay, Sag, so here we go. What's going on for you, Sag, is King of Pentacles. So there's a desire for something structural or stable or secure. This is the masculine version of this kind of tough energy that loves hard, right? And loves securely. It's also really slowly developing, can be frustrating because of that, especially because you're a fire sign. So there is this desire for something stable. Maybe it's stable within a relationship. Maybe it's just more money, because Pentacles is money. It's also health, well-being. So you could want to be the master of your health, well-being, or money, okay? Let's see as what else is coming out. We did have the Wand, so that could be a new work project, okay? Now what's crossing it is the King of Swords. This is clear communication, needing to be compassionate with your words, needing to talk about things in a way that is refined, that is not abusive, that is not triggering, that's clean, right? This is conscious communication. Someone who can swiftly cut through any of the BS that might be there, he's also kind of waiting for it, right? So you may have this feeling that something's coming, some kind of truth is coming out, and you're waiting for it, knowing that it may bring you to this place of a more stable financial or even creative, but this is generally financial or health. So we could be talking about mental health as well, okay? Just because we've got the swords crossing it. Now, foundationally, what's going on is that there's no movement. We've got the 8 of Wands in the reverse. So you've been feeling stagnant. Something's been kind of sticky, stuck. You've been wanting to start something new, really wanting to manifest it as great, having it be great, fully realized, but you're just kind of stuck or feeling stuck. Things haven't gotten going yet. What's going on in the past is there's a soulmate connection, or it could just be that you have been feeling really emotionally secure in yourself. So this could be with another person, or it could just be yourself, but we could be talking about a relationship here in the near past that came together where you were able to see each other on common grounds, look truthfully at each other and see and support one another. If this is just within you, and this is you're balancing your emotions with your heart, right? So there's the ability to love yourself and love everyone else, right? Everything that's outside of you. Or also being able to see yourself as truly the one who you can fall in love with. Now, that's never what we want to hear, right? We always want to hear it connected to someone else. So feel free to apply it where it works best for you. But if you're in current relationship, that's what we're talking about, is this relationship that just began in the near past, or and this is recent past is what I'm asking about. We could still have a relationship on our minds, even though you may not be in relationship currently, okay? So we're talking about some type of connection emotionally in the past, in the near past. Now what's going on in the present? We've got the Emperor energy in the reverse. So this is Aries, possibly Taurus. And when he's in the reverse, he is vicious, okay? So this is egotistical, narcissism, that kind of stuff. He's feeling, and it comes from a place where he's feeling victimized, so he lashes out. This is an energy of lashing out, not being compassionate with the words, very egoic, very all about the self and what's going on with the self, blowing it way out of proportion, overly dramatic, that kind of stuff when he's in the reverse. So if this is your energy, sorry, just to kind of call you out on it here, it could be in response to this relationship, right? So you could be this person who's feeling, and again, I'll flip him, who's feeling victimized, who's feeling like there's not a balance, he's not able to rule, he has no power in a situation. So if this is you're feeling powerless, perhaps in this romantic relationship, or this could be your partner feeling powerless in this romantic relationship. Okay, so it's possible that's what's going on. The other thing about the Emperor is that he's impetuous. He wants to make things happen, right? He is this Wands energy, this Ace of Wands that we talked about initially. So again, it's similar to this being stuck energy, not being able to move forward. And the impetuous nature is just that you need to stop and think. That's why things are slow right now. Stopping and thinking and feeling it through before you act just take a little bit longer than you want to, right? Feeling really stuck, but needing to take that time. The universe is forcing you to take that time. I had to have a drink of water. Okay, what's going on in the near future? We've got the Four of Swords. It did come out in the reverse. So if you have been withholding your words, if you have been in reflection, and it could be because you've been in separation from this person because things are kind of icky or just overly dramatic right now. It looks like in the near future you're coming back out to speak about it, to talk about it, but you are going to be in reflection. So you right now might be feeling this energy of needing to remove yourself, get some perspective and reflect about it. You might be exhausted in order to get to a place where you have more energy. So what I'm feeling right now is that you need to pull back and reflect upon what really is going on here, what you truly want, what this person is bringing, what you're bringing to the table. If it looks like it's something that can move on and be something for the long term, we'll see. But in the near future, it looks like you will be talking about it, but you have to have some period of rest first. Now, how are you seeing this situation? You're seeing it as there's a very small bit of security that's being offered you. You really wish it was a lot larger. Okay, remember, we started here with the King. This is what you truly want. This King of Pentacles, very stable, secure, supportive, loving, nurturing. This is Taurus energy. This is this is Libra energy. Why did I say Libra? Interesting. Could be a Libra. Okay, but this is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo energy. Just the lovingness and secure nature of the earth signs, which would mean somebody who's not flighty, right? Someone who's going to be there for you if you work all day, you know, that kind of, you need to rely upon this person. Well, right now you're seeing it, this person is not offering you enough. You're getting just a little bit. Now it's close. It feels similar to what you want, but it's not quite there. Your person's not quite realized. Maybe you're not able to give this much either, or that much either. I keep setting up the cards way over there. Sorry about that. Let me just reset really quickly. Okay, so there's just a little bit of something that's being offered that's not quite as stable as you want it, okay? How you feel, or excuse me, how they feel about it is that there's this home, and it can be perfect, and they really want it to be exactly, they want it to be stable, but they also want it to grow into something deep and long-lasting, okay? Maybe even the outside world is seeing that this relationship looks good, looks stable, looks solid from the outside in, but really there's a little bit of some problematic issues, and it seems mostly just a problem with the ego, with some drama. Something's got to get solved. We'll do some clarification, so don't worry. This is one of the cards that came out in the very beginning, just so you know. So we are talking about some type of family home situation where there's some building of long-term stability, or a structure that is exciting to you, that would be something that you've been wanting for a very long time, okay? Now, here's your hopes and your fears. The Fool. This would mean having to start over, okay? Now, there's something exciting. There's very few cards that would be both hope and fear. Something very exciting about starting over. So if you were to take this whole situation as a wash and start over together, releasing, and that's very hard to do, releasing whatever resentments there might be, or history, or any ways in which you've talked badly about each other or yourselves. If you were able to release that and start over, that would be beautiful. The fear is that you be back at square zero without this person in your life, without this family situation that everybody sees that you're in, having to start all over again with no one at your side, okay, except for your dog. Taking another leap, which is what got you here, taking a leap, okay, but that's a fear as well as a hope, all right? Very interesting, Sag. This is like pretty straightforward. All right, so what is the outcome given what we're looking at right now? We've got Knight of Wands in the reverse. So we're still not moving forward. There's not an ability to ignite the fire and the passion that is promised here. If this was in the upright, I'd say, woohoo, look at that, right? It's moving forward. This is also that kind of in and out. So in and out energy, someone who could burn quickly. Remember we talked about that, burning too much energy out. So it could be a good thing for you that it's in the reverse, because that could mean that there's not going to be that burnout. There is a person or the situation is going to dig in a bit, but keep in mind that this is it's still going to feel kind of stagnant, okay? So I'm feeling that if this is a love relationship and there's some stagnation, maybe you're in separation, maybe not, maybe you're still together, but this, there's some egoic issues, some drama, some argumentative, some sharp words, someone's impetuous. You're basically in a miss, right? You need to take some time to get some perspective on it. There's a lot that's promised here. The ability to do something all over again, to start to take a new beginning, is here as well. However, this Knight is showing that you might be digging in your heels to try to make it what it once was, when the truth is it can't be what it once was. It has to change, okay? Now it can change for the better, or it can change to end it. And we'll get some clarification on it, all right? Okay, woo. All right, Sag, so let's see, this Emperor card in reverse. I wanna get some clarification on this current energy. What's going on for Sag in the current energy, please? Current energy for Sag, please clarify. This Emperor in reverse. Okay, so if this is you, you're feeling left out in this relationship, not feeling connected. If it's your person, they're not feeling connected either. It can feel like they're just hitting their head up against a wall and they're not being let in. Okay, so again, remember I talked about this Emperor is reacting or acting like this because they're hurt. Okay, their ego is being infringed upon. They're questioning their ability to provide, to create, to rule. What else? I'm trying to think of all the, the wands energies of putting action, to do things in life, to, this would be like hyper masculine energy, right? So everything that's hyper masculine, they're questioning if they're even able to do, and it comes from this place of being hurt because they're feeling separate, they're feeling left out, maybe they're feeling like life is passing them by, and they, maybe this person needs a college degree and they feel like they really needed to get that and they're years behind, or maybe they, what I'm saying, like there's something that they have chosen in the past that's left them in this place of feeling left out. And Two of Pentacles also popped out. It did come out in the reverse. So there's the need to decide, not wanting to do too much to do it. Like when this card comes out in the reverse, it actually kind of throws me because this is a card of being able to balance everything, right? He's doing a little dance, he's got all these things up in the air. Well, they can all come crashing down. So this is not being able to adult, okay? Life's just not working out right now. If there were two people or two things that were balanced, everything's out of balance kind of thing. So while it was in the upright, we've got a 2 in the upright. Now currently we've got two things that are just out of balance, all right? So that's what's going on in the current energy. I feel like we're pretty clear on this 4 of Swords, but I will get another clarifier on what happens near future when that 4 of Swords in reverse comes out. What else can we clarify on that? Okay. More mental energy. Come on. We got to get it out. So if this starts to really get to you, this is when you got to come out of it. If you're tail spinning, right? You're taking your time, you're going into your mind and trying to work it all out, you're going to tail spin, okay? It's going to keep you up. It's going to really bother you. So do not get to this point, Sag. Let it go, and that means you have to speak about it, okay? You have to talk about it. And it has to be something brand new. It's just going to be tricky because you're going to have to figure out the way in which you can approach the situation so that you don't get a reactive Emperor again, right? He's very reactive right now because he's in the reverse. If this is your energy, I'm not feeling like it is. I feel like this is the energy that's around you. But if this is you, yeah, I just don't feel, I'm not going to put it on you, Sag. Sorry. And sorry, cross watchers. Take what works. Again, these are general reads. Take what works and let it all go if it doesn't. But this 9 of Swords energy is not what you want, okay? Let me get one more card because we want to release that. So let's say that 9 of Swords releases, you got to get back to your independence, okay? This is when you feel good, when you've got all your money, when you're dressing up nicely, when you go out on the town, doing things in an independent way. Now this can be interdependence, right? Where you figure out in the relationship how you both can have independence together. That's what we need to get to. But in order to release any of that mental strife, you've got to get back to your strength of who you are and what works for you, Sag. And I feel like this came up in another reading as well, but count your money in the future. Look at how beautiful. Go out for a girls or a boys' night, right? Do the things that make you feel good. Aside from all of this, you got to get not only perspective, but you also have to get out of your head about it in the near future. All right. So Let's look at this Knight of Wands in the reverse. I'd like to get a few cards to clarify this Knight of Wands in the reverse for the outcome, please. Knight of Wands in reverse. What are we looking at here? Because there's a promise of new beginnings in all kinds of ways. We did have that Ace of Cups pop out randomly as well earlier. So there's definitely the promise of something new beginning with this. And if this is not, again, if you're not in relationship, sorry, my cards are flying. If you're not in relationship, then process through this mentally and see if there's any kernels, any leftover emotional ties that you have to somebody in the past, because that's the way to approach this this eclipse season. Okay, I've got 2 cards. I was feeling like there's another. Okay, so Knight of Wands, we've got the Hierophant in reverse. So it's not quite traditional, okay? So it looks like what's gonna happen here in the future is that after you get some perspective, get out of your head and celebrate yourself, get back to a little bit more independent feeling, you can come back together with your person and then revise your relationship to be a non-traditional relationship, okay? Yes, that's your cue. The talking will be happening. The truth will come out. Here's the other thing, I'm just going to say it, is that you may need a third person to be your mediator in order for this to work out in a way that is safe and everyone gets heard, okay? And the reason why I said safe is because we have this Emperor who is acting out. So depending on the scale of who you're working with, I just want to make sure that everybody's safe in this situation. If it's overly dramatic, if there are if we get to, you know, a place where there's some abuse there, definitely this is, you know, don't try to revise it if you're feeling abused, okay? That's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is that there is an opportunity to have a new beginning here, right? Start it over. It will feel vulnerable. There will be some, you're gonna have to take a chance on it if you decide to do so. And you have to talk and start something new that is non-traditional, okay? And what I mean by that is whatever works best for you two in this situation, so that there is going to be an equal balance of give and take. Equal, okay? And this is specific to money, health, and well-being. So mental health as well, okay? There's an imbalance here in this relationship right now that has to do with either money, health, or well-being, okay? So food, clothing, shelter, health, well-being, all those things, that's what Pentacles are all about. That's what we're talking about. We want the Pentacles, we want the security, the stability. We got to get back to that balance. Sag, this is like, this is straightforward, what you got. Just take some time here in the near future. Find yourself again, okay? Try to release this energy from your bubble. Try to, make some time for yourself here in the near future, and then just revise all of this. If it's going alone on a whole new chapter, that might be the best for you. It's your choice, okay? If it's revising this, so this is all new, again, your choice. But there's a lot of promise here. There was a soulmate connection, it seems, that we're talking about that in the past. So we really just need to revise it. It's never going to be what it was. It has to be what's going to work for both of you from this point forward. And that's what the eclipses are showing us. Oh my gosh, Sag, I love you so much. I hope this makes sense for you. Let me know in the comment section below or hit that thumbs up button. And for now, I'll send you all my love.